students. Good evening. How are you all? Doing good? Very good evening. Good evening. Fine. I'm too good. Okay. Which day today? Third day, second day? Which day today, guys? Third day, no? Third day of workshop. Yes. Before me starting today's class, yes, it's day 3 of workshop. Today, before me starting the class, let us do a small revision of the previous concepts. Can we do a small revision of the previous concepts? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Can you tell me what and all we learned yesterday? What and all we learned yesterday? Introduction to web-based applications. Yes, true. But what we learned in that web-based applications? What we learned in that web-based applications? We learned something called as domain name system or domain name server. And then what else we learned? And then
Domain
what else
name
we
system
learned?
converted into IP address.
One second. Yes. We learned only DNS. Other than DNS, we did not learn anything. We learned, no? And we learned something called as how the web-based application works. Okay. What do you mean by server-side logic? What do you mean by server-side logic, guys? Everyone? Yeah, 3 main aspects of web-based applications also we learned. Okay, what do you mean by server-side logic? Yeah, tell me, what do you mean by server-side logic? If you people reply to me only, I can continue with the class. Please reply. Please reply. Order-wise or perfect. Okay, good. Okay. Yesterday we learned about all these. We learned about what is web-based application and how the web-based application works, what is DNS, how DNS works, or why this DNS is required. We learned all these yesterday. Yes or no? Yes or no? Please reply in the chat box. My dear lovely students, please do reply. Yes. Okay. Today we will learn another topic. Today we will learn another topic that is called as client server architecture. We will learn something called as client server architecture. Okay, shall we learn? Do you people want to learn? You don't want to learn? You want to learn or you don't want to learn? Yes or no? Yes, you all want to learn. Okay. So now, let me take one example for this client server architecture. Okay. Consider that you have, since you people are familiar with my drawing, can you tell me what this is? Yes. What is this, guys? Computer. Yes, it is computer. Now, I want to ask you one question. The question is, let me name this computer first. Let me name this computer as computer 1 and let me name this as computer 2. Okay. So how many computers do you have? You have 2 computers. One is computer 1 and computer 2. Okay. I will ask you one question now. Shall I ask you one question? Yes. Can I ask the question to you? Yes or no? Yes. So now I said you have 2 computers. Okay. You have 2 computers. Now How will you differentiate between this computer 1 and computer 2? Will you say, ma'am, this is full sleek, ma'am, slim. This is bit fat, ma'am. Will you say like that? Will you go on the appearance? No, no. You'll never go on the appearance? No. Yes or no, my dear students? So now, if I want to differentiate between this computer 1 and computer 2, how will you differentiate? Okay, I'll tell you another one situation. Yes, you will be differentiating between this computer 1 and computer 2 by something called as IP address. Yes or no? We learned about this IP address. Yes or no? Yes or no, my dear lovely students? Yes, we learned something called about IP address. Yes. So now, if I want to differentiate between this computer 1 and computer 2, you will be differentiate by using what? You will be differentiating by IP address. Okay, ma'am, you will differentiate the computer by using IP address. Okay, then what is client server architecture? Let me tell you. Now, this computer 1, now this computer 1, let me take it as client computer. Let me name this computer as client computer. And this computer 2, let me name it as server computer. What is my computer 1 name? What is my computer 1 name? Yes, everyone. Jai RCB Manish. Okay. Now, tell me, what do you mean by client computer and what do you mean by server computer? What do you mean by client computer and server computer? Okay, what do you mean by the terms client and what do you mean by the word server? Yes. Anyone? Anyone? Yes. Okay. So now, client which is sending request and server is which is accepting the requester. The data links to the server. Okay, correct. Okay, so now what I will do is inside this client computer, let me consider that I have one file. Inside this client computer, I have one file, and inside the server computer also I have another file. Okay, clear guys? So now I'm saying that in my computer 1, I have one file, and in my computer 2, I have another file. Clear till here? Yes or no? Okay. So now my requirement is I want to perform some operation in the client computer. I want to perform some operation in which computer? Client computer. Now, in your computer or in your laptop or in your systems, if you want to perform any operation in the computer, what will you be using? What will you be using, guys? What will you be using? So, what am I saying? I'm saying that I have file number 1 in computer. That is in my client computer. I want to perform some operation on this file which is present in client computer. Yes, so if you want to perform any operation in the computer, what will you be using? Guys, from the 4th standard, you have learned this. From the 4th standard, you have learned this. Anyone, any idea what it may be? Hey, not internet, ma. What it is, what it may be? Don't know? No one knows? Shall I only tell? If you want to perform any operation in the computer, you will be using something called as, ma'am, now I remember, ma'am. There was some teacher saying RAM. RAM, not RAM. It is RAM. Yes or no? If you want to perform any operation in the computer, you will be using something called as RAM. Okay. What is RAM? Random access memory. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
another requirement. What is my first requirement? I want to perform some operation in the client computer. I want to perform some operation in the client computer. Okay. So now I am saying, guys, listen to this very carefully. I want to perform some operation in this file number 1. I want to perform some operation on this file number 1 by using the information of the file which is present in server computer. Did you understand? No, ma'am. ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ನಂಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. Yes or no? Yes. Did you understand or you didn't understand? Everyone, please do reply. No. Okay. I am saying that. So let me consider this as file number 1. And let me take this as file number 2. This is file number 1 and this is file number 2. Clear till here? Clear till here? Yes or
Yes,
no?
ma'am.
Guys, is it clear till here? Yes. So now I am saying that I want to perform some operation in by using or I want to perform some operation on file number 1. I want to perform some operation on file number 1. Clear till here? Clear till here? Yes, everyone. What am I saying? I want to perform some operation on file number 1. And in file number 2 also you will be having some information. Yes, in file number 2 also you will be having some information. Yes or no, my dear students? Yes, please do reply. Yes. So now I'm saying I want to perform some operation in file number 1 by using the information present in file number 2. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? Yes or no? Yes. So now, what is my next requirement? Okay, let me write this down. I want to perform operation, not that surgical operation. I want to perform operation on file number 1. I want to perform some operation on file number 1 by using what? By using what? By using what, my dear students? Yes, by what? What should I use? I want to perform some operation in this file number 1 by using not RAM. By using information. By using information present where? Information present in file number 2. Clear? Clear? Yes, correct. Correct? Yes or no? Now, I want to perform some operation on file number 1 by using the information from file number 2. So now, don't you think that, once again, okay, see, I have file number 1. I have file number 1. I want to perform some operation on that file number 1 which is present in my client computer. Clear till here? Ranjit? Ranjit? Clear till here? And that too by how I have to perform the operation on file number 1? By using some information which is present in file number 2. Clear? Clear, Ranjit? Ranjit? Ranjit, is it clear? Shall I continue? Others, shall I continue? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, So now, okay, so now what I want to do is, so don't you think that this client computer is asking input from the server computer? So don't you think that the client computer is asking input from that server computer? So that is only called as requesting. That is called as requesting. Okay. Yes, that is called as requesting. And now don't you think that an output from the server computer is being sent to the client computer? An output from the server computer is being sent to the client computer. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes,
My
ma'am.
dear students, yes or no? And that is only called as
Ma'am.
output. That is only called as output, and that output is only called as response. And that output is only called as response. Okay. And that output is only called as response. Clear? Clear with this? So now you people tell me. Now you people tell me, what do you mean by client computer? Now you people tell me, what do you mean by client computer? So can I say the computer which is asking input from another computer? Can I say like that? The computer which takes information from another computer? Yes or no? So what is your client computer here? It is nothing but computer taking information from another computer. Another computer is only called as your client computer. Clear? Clear? Yes or no? My dear
Yes, ma'am.
students, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Yes. Now tell me, what do you mean by, okay ma'am, I understood what is client computer. Now what is server computer? What is server computer? Serving the computer is called a server computer. Huh? Yes, sir. What do you mean by server computer? Can I say server computer is the computer which gives output to another computer? Yes or no? Which
Yes, ma'am.
gives information or which gives output to another computer. So
Yes,
what do
ma'am.
you mean by server computer? What do you mean by server computer? Server computer is nothing but the computer which gives information, the computer which gives information to another computer, that is only called as your server computer. Clear with that? Clear with that? Yes or no? Is it clear? Everyone, is it clear? Now, okay ma'am, you said me what is client computer, what is server computer also. Now tell me, what do you mean by request? What do you mean by request? What do you mean by request? Can I say request? What do you mean by request? Request is nothing but asking information from another computer. Can I say request is nothing but asking input from another computer? Asking input from another computer is called as request. Yes or no? Yes or no? My
Ma'am.
dear students, yes or no? Yes. Now tell me, what do you mean by response? What do you mean by response? Yes, what do you mean by response? Can I say response is nothing but, can I say response is nothing but the process of giving the output? The process of giving output to another computer. Giving output to another computer is called as response. Yes or no? Yes or no, my dear students? Everyone? So now, this complete architecture is only called as client-server architecture. Clear with this? Clear
Yes, ma'am.
with this? Everyone? Everyone? Everyone, is it clear? Yes. Okay. So now, are you people copying this or shall I clear this? Are you people copying this? Okay. People who are copying, done. Okay. Shall I clear? Done. One second. Now, in the same client server architecture only, you have two types of responses. In the same client server architecture, you have two types of responses. Does anyone know what are those two types of responses? Does anyone know what are the two types of responses? My dear students, does anyone know what are the two types of responses? Anyone? Okay. In this client server architecture, you have two types of responses. You have two types of responses. And trust me, you people are aware of this. You people are already aware of this. The first type of response, is called as static response. The first type of response is called as static response, and the second type of response is called as dynamic response. It's called as dynamic response. Guys, you people remember this at the very starting day of the class. I said something called as static website and dynamic website. Yes or no? Yes or no? That is only called as your static response and dynamic response. Can you tell me what do you mean by response? Yes, Ayappa, absolutely correct. Now, can you tell me what do you mean by static response? Static response.
Static mean cannot changing.
Yes, what do you mean by response, guys? Can I say it is nothing but an output? Can I say it is nothing but an output? Yes, just now you learned, no? The other name for output is nothing but response. Yes. So now your static response, here also the same example. Let me try to give it again. Not the same example, a different one. Okay. So now consider that you have a welcome page. You have a welcome page, and in this one, you have something called as username, and you have something called as password, and you have something called as login button, and you have something called as cancel button. Yes. Yes or no? Yes or no? My dear students? Yes. So now, what do you mean by static response? Guys, response is nothing but, see, whichever page you take, whichever welcome page you take, whether it is whether it is Gmail, whether it is WhatsApp, whether it is Snapchat, you take any application, don't you think the same username you will enter, the same password you will enter, you will click on login button, and what will be my response? Obviously, I will get the home page. Obviously, I will get the home page. Yes or no? As soon as you enter the username, the password, and you click on login button, what is my response? You get a home page. Yes, that type of responses is only called as static response. That type of responses is only called as static response. Am I clear? Am I clear? Everyone, am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, what do you mean by dynamic response? Now you people tell me, what do you mean by dynamic response? Yes, what do you mean by dynamic response? Can anyone say? Can anyone say, what do you mean by dynamic response? Guys, you consider any web application, you will be having two types of responses. That day for static websites, I said that your login page or welcome page will always be a static website. Yes or no? Didn't I say this? Didn't I say this? Yes or no? Now, what do you mean by dynamic response? Now, what do you mean by dynamic response? My dear students, what do you mean by dynamic response? Can I say that dynamic response is nothing but you will enter the username, you will enter the password, you will click on login button. Yes, you will get the home page. Yes, I am saying that. Yes, you will get the home page. But when you consider this WhatsApp and all, when you're trying to log in your WhatsApp by using your mobile, will you get the same type? Will you get the username? Will you get the password? Will you get the login button? You will get only the mobile number, and you will get something called a send code. Then you will get the verification code, and then your WhatsApp will be open. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes, my dear students. Yes. Guys, who is this unmuting yourself? Please don't unmute, no. Okay, clear with this? Clear with this? Clear with what do you mean by static response and dynamic response? Am I clear? Yes. Now, introduction to your web-based applications is over. Introduction to your web-based applications is over. Okay. Now, we will learn, or we will start with your HTML. We will start with your HTML. What do you mean by HTML? Ma'am, please explain dynamic again. Okay. Dynamic response is, see, the same username, same password, login button and cancel button. You will be having it for all web-based applications. Yes, true. But when you try to open the WhatsApp, in your mobile, what will happen? You will be having one page where you will be having something called as mobile number. Yes or no? And then you will be having another one button called as send verification code or send code. Yes or no? So don't you think that from the welcome page of your Gmail to the welcome page of your WhatsApp, it is changing? It is changing? Yes or no? Yes or no, my dear students? Yes. So when it changes the responses, then those type of responses are called as dynamic response. Those type of responses are called as dynamic response. Am I clear? Am I clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now let us start with your HTML coding part. Before that, can you people tell me what do you mean by HTML? Yes, even I should know whether you people have understood or you people have not understood. Hypertext markup language. That is abbreviation. I'm asking the definition. Or why HTML is used? The day I drew a nice drawing, no? Do you remember? Everyone? Yes. Yes. Why
It
your
gives structure
HTML
to
is
website.
required? Your HTML is required to provide the structure to your web page. So now, why your HTML is required? HTML is required. It is used to provide. It is used to provide structure. It is used to provide structure to what? Not my body, not your body.
Web
Provide
pages,
structure
web
to the
pages, web pages or websites.
web page or website. Yes. Am I clear with this? Am I clear with this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes. So now, can you also tell me what are the different versions of HTML? What are the different versions of HTML? And most important thing, who is the father of HTML? Who is the father of HTML? The father of HTML
Tim
is
Berners,
Sir
Tim Berners, Tim
Tim
Berners.
Berners-Lee. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So now, what are the versions of HTML? You have 5 different versions. You have something called as HTML 1.0, HTML 2.0, and then you have HTML 3.2, and you have HTML 4.0, and the last version that is nothing but HTML 5. Yes or no? Yes or no? So which is the current version of HTML you people are using?
HTML5.
Which is the current version of HTML you people are using? So
HTML.
you people are using the current version that is nothing but HTML5. That is nothing but HTML5. Am I clear with it? Am
Yes,
I
ma'am.
clear with it?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
This and all you people are aware of. Now, let me start with the very next topic. Let me start with the next topic. Okay, let me start with the very next topic. That is nothing but structure of HTML. That is nothing but structure of HTML. That day I said structure is nothing but I gave an example for the human skeleton. Yes or no? Now we will see how the skeleton of this HTML looks like. How the skeleton of HTML looks like. Yes? Can we see it? Can we see it? Yes or no? My dear students.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, let me consider the structure of HTML. The first type, you will be writing something called as doc type. You will be writing something called as doc type HTML. Guys, it is doc type. It is not dog type. Please don't say dog type. It is doc type. Clear? First one, you will be writing something called as doc type HTML. Am I clear with it? Am I
Yes, ma'am.
clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes
Yes,
or
ma'am.
no? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Next one, after this doc type HTML, you will be writing another one tag that is nothing but your HTML tag. What is tag? I will tell you. Okay. You will be writing another one tag that is called as HTML tag. Clear? Clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear with this? My dear students, please do reply in the chat box. I request you, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
I request you, please. After this HTML, we get another one tag. After this HTML, we get another one tag that is nothing but your head tag. Not your head. It is the HTML head tag. You get HTML head tag. Clear till here also? Clear till here also? Yes,
Yes,
or no?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
My dear students, please do reply. Okay. After this head tag, you will get one more tag that is called as title tag. That is called as title tag. And now, let me give some title to my HTML. Let me give some, okay, before giving some title, let me consider that you have one title tag and also you have the closing of the title tag. You have the closing of the title tag. What is this closing? I will tell you. Okay? Yes? Yes or no? My dear students, yes or no? Okay. After this, you should close the head tag. You should close the head tag. And then you get another one tag. And then you get another one tag that is nothing but the body tag. That is nothing but the body tag. Clear till here? Clear till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. My dear students, clear till here? Yes. After this body tag, you will get the closing of the body tag. Closing of the body tag. And also, you have to close the HTML tag. Clear? Clear with this? Yes or no? Yes or no? So now, see here. You have the opening of the HTML tag and the closing of the HTML tag. You have the opening of the HTML tag and you have the closing of the HTML tag. Clear? And next one, you have the opening of the head tag and you have the opening of the, you have the opening of the head tag and you also have the closing of the head tag. Yes or no? Yes or no? Next
Yes,
one,
ma'am.
you also have the opening of the title tag and the closing of the title tag. Yes. Yes. And you also have opening of the body tag and the closing of the body tag. Ma'am, why are you giving dotted lines, ma'am? Why are you giving dotted lines? The dotted lines is called as indentation. Indentation. What do you mean by indentation? Indentation is nothing but I am saying here, see, you have the opening of the HTML tag and you have the closing of the HTML tag in one row only. In the same manner, you have the HTML opening and closing tag. If you observe the head tag, you have the opening of the head tag and the closing of the head tag. If you observe the title tag, you have the opening of the title tag and you have the closing of the title tag. That is called as indentation, which represents the opening of the tag and the closing of the tag is called as indentation. Clear with it? Clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
alignment we can call, ma'am. Yeah, you can generally in English terms, you can call it as alignment. But in HTML, you will be calling it as indentation. You will be calling it as indentation. Am I clear with it? Am I clear with the structure of HTML? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you all copy this down? Did you all copy this down? Yes. Done? Okay. Shall we write our very first code? Shall we write our very first code? Yes
Yes,
or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us write the very first code. I will consider the same structure of HTML. I will consider the same structure of HTML, but here I will mention the title of my first program. I will mention the title of my first program. What title shall I give? My dear students, what title shall I give for this? Can you tell me? Doc type means see. Okay. What do you mean by doc type is nothing but this complete HTML code. This complete HTML code is stored in a document form. That is only it is called as doc type. And if you want to save this, you will be saving with .html extension. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Document type. Yes, doc type is nothing but document type. What is my document type? My document type is nothing but .html. It is a HTML document. That is the meaning of doc type. It is not dog, nayalla. It is document type. Clear? Am I clear with this? Yes or no? Shall I move? Shall I move forward for the very first code in HTML? Yes. So now, as I said you, I will consider the same HTML code. I will consider the same HTML code and we will do the naming ceremony for this HTML code. Shall we do the naming ceremony for this HTML code? Guys, shall we do the naming ceremony for the HTML code?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will do it. What will we keep the name as? What will we keep the name as? Can you people suggest me one name? Front end class. Okay, Mahinder. Okay. So now let me take this title as. Let me take this title as front end class. Let me take the title as front end class. Okay. Now, keep one thing in mind. Keep one thing in mind. You can have only one body tag. You can have only one body tag. And whatever you write inside this body tag, no, whatever you write inside this body tag, that will only be displayed as an output to you people. Clear? Clear? Yes,
Yes,
or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? Okay. So now, okay, 1 second. Okay. So now, inside this body tag also, let me write something. Inside the body tag also, let me write something. Whichever programming language you consider. What will be the very first code? You take Java, you take Java, whichever code, programming language you want. What is the very first sentence you will type? Yes, it is nothing but you will type something called as hello. Hello world. You will be typing something called as hello world. Okay. Yes. Yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
or no,
ma'am.
my dear students? Okay. So now, okay. So now, you understood how to write. You understood how to write the structure of HTML. Yes or no? The structure of HTML you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no, my lovely students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, can you tell me, see, if you write any Java code, you will be writing in Eclipse. So now where will you write this HTML, CSS and JavaScript code? You will be using something called as text editors. You will be using something called as text editors. So can you tell me what are the different types of text editors? Can you tell me what are the different types of text editors? Okay. The first type of text editor is either you can use Notepad, or you can use something called as Notepad++, and you can also use, you will always be using this, and that is called as Visual
Studio Code.
Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. And some people may also use this one called as Sublime Text. You will be also using something called as Sublime Text. So keep one thing in mind. The text editor, throughout this front-end workshop, you will be using only one text editor. That is nothing but your Visual Studio Code. Clear? Am I clear with this? Yes or no, everyone? Everyone? Okay. So now, before me teaching you how to write the code in this Visual Studio Code, let me teach you how to write this code in your Notepad. That is the very first type of text editor, that is your Notepad. Shall we see? Yes or no? Shall we see or we shouldn't see? Okay, we'll see. Shall I share the screen? Yes, everyone, shall I share the screen? Is the screen visible? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, guys, before, okay, let me take something called as Notepad. We will take something called as Notepad. Why am I taking the Notepad? Because let me see how your Notepad works when I write this HTML structure and how will I get the output. Shall we see? Yes. Okay. So now what is the very first thing I want to write here? So first of all, when you are representing any tags, you have to represent it with the angular brackets. This is called as angular brackets. Clear? Yes or no? So now what is the very first thing I want to type here? I will take the opening of the angular brackets. I will mention an exclamatory mark and I will say doc type HTML. We will say doc type HTML. Guys, before telling about or writing this program, your doc type HTML, is called as parent element. It is called as parent element. Clear? Yes or no? Why is it used for? Why it is used for? I will teach you. I will tell about it when I'm making you people write this code in the Visual Studio Code. Okay? Done? Okay. So now, after this doc type HTML, what is the next type of tag we will be getting? What is the next type of tag we will be getting? Guys, you have to reply in the chat box. Please, Conro. Okay. So, you have to enter something called as HTML. You will be writing something called as HTML. Okay. After this, what is the next one I have to write? According to the structure which is here, I have to write the head tag. I have to write the head tag. Okay, now let me take it as head. Let me take it as head tag. Guys, I hope my screen is visible to you all. Should I maximize it? Okay, let me maximize. Now is it clear? Yes. So now, after this head tag, I want to mention the title of this page. So I will be taking it as title. I will be taking it as title. And what is the name of this child here? What is the name of this child here? What is the naming ceremony name which we have given? What is it? It is nothing but front end workshop. Let me give it as front end workshop and let me close this title tag. Guys, whenever you are closing any tag, please use this forward slash. Please use this forward slash. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear? Yes. So after this title tag, what is the next type of tag? You have to close this head tag or not? You have to close this head tag. So now I will close this head tag. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So now after this, let me create one more tag, that is the body tag. Let me create one more tag, that is the body tag. And inside this body tag, let me mention the very first sentence, that is nothing but hello. That is nothing but hello world. Clear? Clear?
Yes. Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? So now, after this, let me close the body tag and let me close the HTML tag. Am I clear? Everyone? Others
Yes.
all are sleeping, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, you all are sleeping?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, shall I continue?
Yes,
Shall
ma'am.
I continue? Yes. So now, you cannot just make this run like that only. So first of all, you have to go to file and you have to click on save as. You have to click on save as. Guys, before all of these, no, okay, let me save this. So now, let me save this as first code dot HTML. I will be saving it as first code dot HTML. Am I clear? Am I clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. So now, as soon as I save it, I am saving it on my desktop. So as soon as I save it, it is saved. Can you see here? If you people observe here, can you see here what is my file name? It is nothing but first code. First code. Okay. So now on my desktop, you have the HTML code here. Yes or no? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes,
My dear
ma'am.
lovely students,
Ma'am.
please reply, or otherwise I will assume that you people are sleeping. See, when I just double click on this, can you see here? See, the title is also got changed. What is my title here? Front End Workshop. The title is Front End Workshop. And what, as I said you, Whatever you write inside this body, whatever you write inside this HTML body, it will be displayed as an output to you people. So now in my screen, is that hello world getting displayed? Is it getting displayed? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you got
Yes,
to know
ma'am.
how to write this HTML structure by using your notepad. Yes, everyone,
Yes, ma'am.
everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let us download which code? Your Visual. Let us download Visual Studio Code. Now go to Google. Now go to Google and type Visual Studio Code. Now go to Google and type Visual Studio Code. 1 second. Now go to Google and type something called as Visual Studio Code download. Visual Studio Code download. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Yes or no? So
Yes,
now
ma'am.
just click
Yes,
on
ma'am.
the very first link. Just click on the very first link, and if you people are using Windows, please use Windows. If you are using any other than that, please download for that. If you people are very rich kids, no, please, if you have rich MacBook, then you can download Mac. Okay? Mine is very basic, appa. That is nothing but Windows. That is nothing but Windows. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
My dear students, yes. Sorry, there was some network issue. Okay, now is the screen visible? Now is the
Yes,
screen
ma'am.
visible? Yes or
Ma'am.
no?
Yes,
Everyone,
ma'am.
please do
Yes, ma'am.
reply. Yes.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now
Yes, ma'am.
go to the downloads, and just click on show in folder. Just click on this icon. Just click on that icon. Is it done? Is it done, everyone? Is it done? Okay. So now double click on this. Double click on that, and you will get one license agreement. Now there, just don't do anything. Just click on I accept the agreement and click on next. Click on I accept the agreement and click on next. Don't do any changes. Just keep on clicking next, next, and install. Now you can see here, it is installing. Yes or no? Are you people installing? Or you people are installing some
ma'am.
games? Are you people installing it? Yes, my dear students.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now as soon as your Visual Studio Code is downloaded, just click on finish. Just click on finish, and you people can observe this is getting displayed because I have already my Visual Studio Code installed. I have already my Visual Studio Code installed. So before that, what you people have to do is, you people have to go to your desktop, go to the desktop, and create one separate folder as workshop code. Go to the desktop and now go to the desktop, right click, and you can see here new. Just create one folder. Just create one folder as workshop code. Just create one folder called as workshop code. Workshop code. Okay. Is it created? Is it created? Or you people are still doing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it done? Is the folder created?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? Doing, ma'am. Ma'am, can we do it in mobile? No, Naveen, you have to do it in the laptop. You cannot do it in the mobile. Okay. Are you people done with it? Are you people done? Shall I move
Yes,
forward?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Shall I move forward? Everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
So now, when you get your Visual Studio Code, you will get some welcome page. But before that, click on this file here. Click on the file there. My dear students, click on the file. Everyone click. Did everyone click?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes or no? So,
Yes, ma'am.
as soon as you click on the folder, you will have an option called as open folder. You will have an option called as open folder. Just click on that. Just click on that and a separate tab will be opened. Did it open? Did
Yes, ma'am.
it open?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes
Yes,
or
ma'am.
no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Please reply. Please reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the folder name you have created? What is the folder name you have created?
Workshop code. Workshop
What
code.
have you created?
Workshop
Workshop
code.
Dear students, you
Code.
have created as workshop code. So you click on this workshop code and click on select folder. And you click on select folder. Yes. Will you get one window like this? Will you get one window like this? And see, you at the left side, your workshop, the folder name should be visible to you as workshop code.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Clear? Is it getting visible to you people? Are you people able to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Your own laptops, yes
Yes,
or no?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
My dear students, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, please do reply in the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, if you don't reply, no, I will not get to know whether you people are doing or whether you people are understanding. So, small request, please reply in the chat box. Okay, done. So now, if you click on this folder, you will have an icon called as new file. You will have an icon called as new file. Just click on that new file. And another one separate box will be opened. And another one separate box will be opened. Is it open? Everyone? Yes or no? So
Yes,
now,
ma'am.
let me give some name to it, and I will give the name as first code. First code. And here also you have to say it in .html. .html and just click on enter. Give the document name. I have given the document name as first code and save it with the extension with .html extension. Clear? Clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Yes. So now, You can see the line number 1 here. You can see the line number 1. Now, let me type the code. Let me type the code. See, as soon as I open the angular brackets, I am getting the very first suggestion. It is a doc type HTML. It is a document. Yes or no? It is a HTML document. So only it is taking like the doc type is HTML. Am I clear?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
After
Yes,
this,
ma'am.
let me write the next line as HTML. Let me write something called as HTML. You got it?
Yes,
You got
ma'am.
it? Are you getting the closing of that HTML tag also? Are
Yes,
you
ma'am.
getting the closing of that HTML tag also? Yes. So now just click on enter. It will come to the next line. It will come to the next line. So after this HTML code, what is the next type of tag? What is the next type of tag? Yes, the next type of tag is your head tag. Again, you are getting the closing of that head tag. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
or no? Yes,
Yes.
or no? It is not header, it is head.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now again click on enter. Again click on enter. And
Right,
again, after that head tag, what do you have? You have to name your code. You have to name your code so that only you will be using the tag called as title tag. You will be using the tag called as title tag. Am I clear? Am
Yes,
I
ma'am.
clear? So
Yes,
what do you want the title name as? What do you want the title name as?
Front end class.
Yes, my dear students, what do you want the title as? Previously, what was the title you gave?
Front end
You gave
workshop.
something
Front end
called
workshop.
as what?
Front end workshop.
Front end workshop. This is what you gave. This is what you gave, front end workshop.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now, after the head tag, what is the next tag you are getting? What is the next tag you are getting? You are
Body-
getting the
body.
next tag that is nothing but the body
Body.
tag. So, what did I say you guys? Inside this body tag, what and all you will enter that will be displayed in your output. Yes or no? That will be displayed in your output. So what do I want to display now? I want to display something called as not hello world. I will say welcome to front end workshop 2024. Let me say, okay, very good, Lahari. Okay, let me write. Okay, let me write like this. I will say, we stand for you. We stand for you. Welcomes you. Sorry. Welcomes you all to Front End Workshop 2024. Okay. So now let me save this. Guys, save this. Control S. Save this. Control S. Am I clear?
Yes,
Am I
ma'am.
clear? Everyone, am I clear? Everyone, come on, type in the chat box. Okay. So now I want to run this code. Can you see the 3 dots here? Just click on that. Now you have 3 dots there. Click on that. Did you
Yes,
people
ma'am.
click? Did you people click?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So now you have an option called as run. You have an option called as run, and you click on the first option, start debugging. And you click on the option, start debugging. Done with this?
Yes,
Done
ma'am.
with this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, do Ayappa, do it. I'll go slow. Ayappa, when you're done with it, please tell me. Not showing, huh? What is not showing, Ayappa? Ayappa? Ayappa, I said that. Now you click on this. Now click on this 3 dots. You will have something called as run. Only showing terminal and helper. Save it again. Save it again. So now click on these 3 dots, click on run and click on start debugging. So when you click on the start debugging, can you observe here you are getting two options. One is whether you want to select it in Chrome or you want to display the output to be displayed in Chrome or in Edge browser. I will say that always, guys, I prefer you people, please use Chrome. Please use Chrome. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಇಷ್ಟ. ನಾನಂತೂ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ use Chrome. Don't, ma'am, Edge use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ will I not get? You will get it, but Chrome is user friendly. Okay? Yes, my dear students. Yes or no? Please reply. Please reply. I'm waiting for you all. So now just click on this web app Chrome. And if you people observe here, can you see what is the title name here? What is the title name here? Front End Workshop. And can you see the output? Everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now just close this. And now let me stop sharing. And guys, take down the next topic as, so you got to know how to use the Visual Studio Code, how to run this code, what is HTML, what are the versions of HTML, and what are the different types of text editors. And you also learned what are the structure of HTML. Yes or no? Yes or no? My dear students, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
1 second. Okay. Shall I continue? Shall I continue? Someone asked me, ma'am, 1 second. Let me share my screen again. Someone asked me, I think Mahendra asked me, ma'am, why should you write this doc type HTML? Yes or no? Mahendra, did you ask me? Yes. So now, just see one thing. Now, you people only typed all this HTML structure. Yes or no? You people only typed all this HTML structure. Yes or no? Yes. Ma'am, sometimes I cannot write this HTML structure, ma'am. I will forget. I have become so old that I will forget. Vaisagogide, ma'am. Yen madodu. So now I will teach you one shortcut, but please always don't use this shortcut. Now I have removed my code completely. If you have to get that HTML structure, you have one cheat code. You have one cheat code that is nothing but click on shift and click on 1. Click on shift 1 and enter. You have to click on, you hold the shift key, click on the number button 1. You will get one exclamatory mark and just click on enter. Did you get? Mahendra, did you get? Now you understood why you have this doc type HTML with an exclamatory mark. Yes, Mahendra? Mahendra, yes. Okay. Did others get? Did others get? Am I clear with it? Am I clear with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, I got to know the HTML code structure. I got to know what is HTML, what is the version of HTML, who is the appa of HTML, everything I got to know. Yes. And yes or no? Yes. So now let us learn the very first topic in HTML that is called as formatting tags. That is called as formatting tags. Why should we type shift +1? To get the HTML structure. To get the HTML structure, I said no cheat code. For the cheat code, you have to press shift and 1 and enter. Clear? To get the HTML boilerplate. Yay. What and all you speak, da? Okay. Shall I continue? Shall I continue, my dear students? Shall I continue? Please
Yes,
reply.
ma'am.
Please reply.
Yes, ma'am. Continue.
Okay. In this formatting tags, tried shift +1. Gayatri, you should click on shift. When you are clicking on shift only, you should press 1. You will get one exclamatory mark. As soon as you get one exclamatory mark, click on enter. Clear? Clear? Gayatri, you got? Save the file name .html and type the command. Okay. Shall I continue? Everyone, shall I continue? Okay. You have the very first type of formatting tags. The tag is called as B tag. The tag is called as B tag. Ma'am, what is this B tag? This B tag is used to represent your text in bold format. It is used to represent your text in bold format. Ma'am, I have to type my name in bold format. How to type, ma'am? So then I will be using the tag B. I will be using the tag as B. Now let me write my own name. Let me write my own name and let me close this B tag. Let me close this B tag. Guys, before getting into this formatting tags, take down the heading as tags. Take down the headings as tags. And how do you represent a tag? You represent it inside angular brackets. You represent it inside angular brackets. Yes or no? Yes or no? So
Yes, ma'am.
now, in this tags also, you have two types. In this tags also, you have two types of tags. The first type of tag is called as paired tag. The first type of tag is called as paired tag, and the second type of tag is called as unpaired tags. You have something called as paired tag and you have something called as unpaired tags. What do you mean by pair? Forget about tag. Forget about tag. What do you mean by paired? Couples? Yes or no? Paired means couples. A pair means couples. Yes or no? Two persons is called as one pair. Yes. So now, Jodi. Yes, correct. So now what do you mean by this pair tag is nothing but, what do you mean by this pair tag? Yes, couple. Pair tag is nothing but where you have the opening of the tag, where you have the opening of the tag and you have the closing of the tag, where you have the opening, which has opening tag and closing tag. Yes. Your pair tag is nothing but which has an opening tag and a closing tag. Those types of tags are called as paired tags. Those types of tags are called as paired tags. Now, what do you mean by unpaired tags? What do you mean by unpaired tags? Who is single? Who is single? Okay. So, who is single? The person who is having only the opening of the tag. The person who is having only opening tag. Those types of tags are called as unpaired tags. Am I clear with tags? Am I clear with tags? Yes or no? You got to know the difference between paired tag and unpaired tag. Yes or no? Now tell me, I have written the very first type of formatting tags. That is the bold tag. That is the bold tag. Can you tell me, is bold tag paired tag or unpaired tag? Bold tag is paired tag or unpaired tag. Why it is a paired tag? Because it has the opening of the tag and it has the closing of the tag. That is the reason it is called as paired tag. Clear? Clear? Yes or no? So now let us see the same thing in our program. Yes. Shall we see? Yes. So now inside this body tag, whatever you want to enter inside the body tag. Why you should enter inside the body tag? Because whatever you enter inside the body tag, it will be displayed in your output. It will be displayed on your web page. Yes or no? Yes or no? So now let me consider the very first type of formatting tag called as bold tag. And let me type my name instead of my name. Let me type V stand for you. Okay. Now let me save this. Let me save this. Now let me run this. Now just click. Guys, if you want to run also, can you see one icon here, run and debug? Can you see one? The program is, yeah, sorry. Okay, now let me create another one file. Let me create another one file called as formatting tags. Let me create another one file name called as formatting.html. Formatting.html and click on enter. Yes. Now is it clear? Now is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, is it clear now? Yes. So now what is the shortcut? Shift 1, enter. Shift 1, enter. And let me give the title as formatting tags. Let me give the title as, yeah, I will just show this output. That's all. After that, we will wind up. Let me take the title as formatting tags And inside this body, let me take the very first type of formatting tags, that is the bold tag, and I will say we stand for you. Okay, clear? Now let me save this. Ma'am, once type this HTML and enter. What should I type? I didn't understand, Harshavardhan. Okay, so now when I save this, you have one symbol here called as run and debug. When I click on this, just click on run and debug and use the Chrome app. Now can you see here? Now can you see here it has got displayed in bold manner?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? Okay, I will end now. I will end now. You got to know the output? Yes. Okay. I hope today's topic is clear for you all. And before that, I hope you people have the attendance link. Can anyone share the attendance link in the group? Can anyone share the attendance link in the group? Yes. Please fill this form. Ma'am, recording class idre share ಮಾಡಿ. Yeah, sure, Nandini. Yes, please, you have the link here. Please scan with your attendance. I will display the scanner also. Yes. Okay. Guys, thank you for the class. Thank you for your time. And tomorrow we will continue with the rest formatting tags. Okay. Thank you all. If you are done scanning with your attendance, you can leave for the day. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಹಾಕ್ಬೇಕಾ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಕಳ್ಸಿರೋದ ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಚಾಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಐತಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ